having a conversation with a friend just a few weeks ago, and we were just talking about just feeling of overwhelmed and being stressed and worried. So we got into the subject of burnout, and she asked, what does it mean to be burnt out, or how do I know that I'm actually burnt out rather than just being too stressed at work or too stressed at home? And so we began to talk about these things. And so that really made me think that there may be other people out there that really struggle with knowing the difference between like just total burnout and just feeling a little bit more stressed or tired or what have you. And so I wanted to make sure that people really knew the triggers, knew their triggers, and knew some of the symptoms of burnout, but doesn't lead to other things that could go wrong. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you some common signs that you are burned out and how to fix it. Ladies, I'm Stephanie and I am your self-care advocate. I talk about all things self-care on this channel, and I'm so excited about this video because, like I mentioned before, there are some people who really don't know the signs of burnout. They're just going through their day-to-day activities and really don't notice or experience or really take the time out to really deal with how they're feeling. Burnout is something that a lot of people experience. As a woman, I've experienced this as a busy professional woman who has a 9-to-5, a career. I am also an entrepreneur, and also I am a wife. I am a daughter. I have I have family, and I have a home to take care of. I want to do everything to the best of my ability. I am juggling a lot of things at once. There's nothing wrong with having responsibilities, but when they start to make you feel a certain way, stressed and just overworked and worried all the time, then that is the problem to me. And that's exactly how I felt. I started to feel sad and I didn't know why. And I like to call it the case of the blues, because I was just sad for no reason. Even though there were great things happening in my life and I had a lot of things to do, and responsibility is not always a bad thing. I wanted the responsibility, but it's like I also felt a sense of sadness as well. So I decided to do something about it. I went to therapy and I started talking about all of my feelings, and we talked about a lot of things. But one thing that really stood out to me was burnout. This is something that I've heard of before, but I never really thought that it could apply to me. So I wanted to make a video because you may be experiencing some of the same signs and symptoms that I was experiencing. And one of the things that I experienced that I just talked about was periods of the blues. So I feel like when you are sad for a long period of time, that could be due to other things that may be going on with you. I'm not a therapist or a licensed counselor, so I'm not going to say what could be going wrong, but I feel like when you are dealing with a large amount of stress and sadness all the time, then that may be something more serious. But when I say the blues, I'm talking about just little bits of my day. I may feel sad, or I may not feel like I've accomplished a lot in my life for whatever reason. And so if you are feeling a little blue will come over you, then I would say just check that out. Go talk to someone, maybe talk to a family member or a friend or a therapist, just to kind of check in with yourself to see if there is something else going on there. For me, what I did was I talked to my therapist. That's one thing that I did so that I can make sure that this sadness would not turn into something more serious. Sometimes you just need to get out your emotions and your feelings so that you can feel better. Sometimes it's just not enough to just bottle it all in. It's better to get them out and talk to someone who can actually help you put things into perspective, who also has another perspective on things. One sign that I experienced was periods of the blues, And one thing that I did to fix that was I talked to a therapist or a friend or a family member, whichever one you feel comfortable with. I say talk to someone so that you can make sure that what you're thinking is rational and everything else is checked out and good to go. I started to feel just a little bit unmotivated, and I know that this had a lot to do with all of the million and one things that I had going on. So for me, I'm someone who, if I have a lot going on, if I have a lot to do, then I'm gonna start to feel overwhelmed, and I ain't gonna want to do any of those things. So that right there in and of itself just made me feel really unmotivated to do anything. So to fix this, I started to ask for help. I realized I don't have to be Superwoman. I don't have to do it all, be it all, know it all the time. So I started to ask for help. And when I started to ask for help, some of the tasks that I was responsible for got less and less, and I was able to start to build up my motivation. I was able to see that I can actually start accomplishing some things that were left undone because there wasn't so much for me to do. So I literally just opened my mouth and I asked for help. I asked for help from my husband, at work, anywhere I needed help, I got help that I needed. So I think that when we have a lot going on and it makes us feel unmotivated to do anything, I think the thing that we need to turn around and do is to start delegating some tasks or just ask for help when you need the help. And realizing that we just can't do it all. And if we try to do it all, then it's going to cause a lot of turmoil, and it's going to cause a lot of things to occur within us, and we just don't need to be burnt out. We need to really enjoy what we're doing and do it to the best of our ability without feeling unmotivated and stressed about doing it. The fourth sign of burnout that I've noticed in myself is that I was just kind of working on a routine, like just doing tasks just to be doing them, not really thinking about them, not really giving it my all, just kind of doing it because it's something that I'm supposed to do, not being very mindful, not really living in the moment. And really soaking up every single moment of my life and really enjoying and being grateful for it. Just kind of living on autopilot, if you will. Just doing the day-to-day things that I need to do, not really getting much satisfaction out of anything, and just doing them without even thinking. And I really feel like when we are running on that autopilot, we're not fully engaged in life. We're not fully engaged with family and friends. We can't really remember anything. Things just become all a blur. It's kind of like you're just existing, if you will. I noticed that I was doing that, and what I did to stop that, or what I did to help me, was I started to break down everything that I needed to do in little steps. I didn't have to do everything in one day. So I can really look at the bigger picture in smaller steps. And this really helped me to really focus on each detail in what I was doing, and made me be more engaged, even in my life and my family, more engaged with my family and my friends. This just allowed me to really focus and really be able to stop living my life on autopilot, but really be mindful of the things that I was doing. Another thing I did to help me not run on autopilot was I started to practice mindfulness and meditation. I don't do this every day. I really want to get back to this because it really helped with being mindful and being more aware and really soaking up and engaging in the present moment. And this really has helped me to be in tune with myself and to increase my self-awareness and to notice when I'm starting to feel anxious or worried or stressed or nervous or anything like that. So practicing mindfulness really has helped me to become more self-aware, so that when I am transitioning or I am feeling myself going back into a burnout phase or going back into autopilot, then I can stop myself there. So practicing mindfulness really helped me to not be in autopilot all the time and just not really being fully engaged in life. Another sign of burnout is fatigue. When I experienced burnout, I was fatigued all the time, and I could not figure out why, because one of the reasons why I feel like I was fatigued is because of the previous sign that I was mentioning, because I was doing things without thinking, just kind of running every day, just kind of existing, just kind of doing things, not really being fully engaged. And then also I would sleep all the time. I still like to get my sleep now, don't get me wrong, I would sleep but I just felt like fatigue was just all over me. And I just felt like I was just tired all the time. I didn't have a lot of energy. And I think that when we are burnt out and stressed, I felt like I was getting a lot of sleep, but I don't think I was getting a lot of quality sleep, if that makes sense. So when I did sleep, I would toss and turn, or I would not really be in a deep sleep. And so I think that really contributed to a lot of my fatigue. And another sign of burnout is you let yourself go. And I know that this can be different for a lot of people. So if you are someone who usually get dressed every day, usually have your hair and your nails done to the T all the time, usually have your makeup on, or usually do your hair this way, or usually wear this, and you stop doing it, then to me that's a sign of you let yourself go. Like you don't do the things that you are known for doing. And for me, it was my hair and my nails. And I'm someone who I keep my hair up. I do my own hair, and I always try to keep it in a style, or not running around with my hair undone and my nails undone and things like that. So for me, when I was not getting my hair done and my nails done, that was a huge sign for me that I was burnt out. I just didn't have the energy to do my hair, because I do my hair myself and I didn't have the energy to do it. And so that was a huge sign for me that I was burnt out and stressed. So yeah, burnout is real. And if we don't take the time to invest in ourselves and invest in our self-care, then we will experience burnout. If you are someone who is busy, a busy woman, you have a career, you have an entrepreneur, and you're taking care of your family, it is crucial to prioritize self-care, some form of self-care, so that you can pour back into yourself, so that you can continue to give to others. I think that is so crucial. And so if you need more support with that, and a community that will uplift you with that, then I want to invite you to join my Facebook group. It is a group geared towards professional women, either if you have a career, or if you are starting a business and you're an entrepreneur and you also have a family life, or one who also want to take care of your family and your home life and be that wife and mom that you want to be and you always dreamed to be, and you want to find a way and you want to have that extra support to balance it all, then this group is for you. I want to encourage you to join the group. The link is down in my description box below. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it has helped you. If you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share this video with someone you think it may help. Until next time, I'll see you again in my next video. Bye-bye.
Mom and dad's only daughter, do I make you proud?